I've experienced this. I grew up in a house that was really violent in when I was younger, and that those things stick. I've experienced this. I grew up in a house that was really violent in when I was younger, and that those things stick. And at the same time, I really that hit me. It's really hard to like raise a hand on, especially females. It's really difficult for me. In the scene, when I have scenes like this, if I'm don't have any connection with my cast, it's much more difficult. My connection with the cast makes it so much more easy because it feels like we're playing, and we both have a mutual understanding that we're both going to do this, and then this is how we're going to do it. And if not, there's we both are familiar with we both know that there's some, at least some level of trust there, and then I work on that, and I know in this film we both worked on that from there. At the same time, even though it's really ugly and it's kind of especially at night after a scene like that, it's really hard to sleep. It really is, especially because some of the things aren't really directed and not written, so it must come from a dark place, like you mentioned. I really appreciate that question, but at the same time, not just because I've experienced something like this in my home, but it happens in every home, and in a lot of homes. It happens in a lot of homes in various forms, not just physically, psychologically, emotionally. It happens in many forms, and I think I think as an actor, it's also my responsibility to play it as you know as honestly as I could, because it also represents not just the evil in in our world, but it represents the kinds of lives that some of our women and children, some of our people go through at home. Diba? And I think it's only our responsibility to play it as it is.
How,
That makes it
interest,
easier.
how interesting to hear na sometimes at night hindi ka makatulog when you play
Yeah.
such a roles. No?
Especially after, hindi naman sometimes at
Oh,
night, but after the scene, when you go home or when you go to the room, ang hirap man. Yeah, it's like